Treehive in the sky for a little Wildcard Wednesday playtime with your happiness navigator, pollinator of positivity, shape-shifting woman wizard. Yes, that's me, Melissa Mojo B. Here live at the Treehive in the sky, 17 floors up high, shining this broadcast spell out for the greatest good of all, for peace, protection, and prosperity. And there's our little purring friend, Dharma, nuzzling the tripod, giving you some of her special frequencies. Jiggle, jiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Let's stay strong and sparkle on. We're going to have a little watercolor playtime. And let's also get into the Nature Speak Oracle on this. What is a Wildcard Wednesday for me at the moment? But time is not so linear. Energy is infinite. Whenever you find this message, this broadcast, spell is just for you. Fellow wizards, sweet ones. Let's see what the Nature Speak Oracle has to say. I'll ask you to knock 3 times as well. And we will co-create a magical message here tonight, and we'll have a little fun with color therapy, or what is also known as chromotherapy. Set this back up here so you can take a peek at that if you're interested in what we are reading about at the moment. This is from the Nature Speak Oracle. And as you can see, we have our little Magical Meadow lantern series that we had made simply out of mason jars with a little frosted spray and then hand painted. So let's see what the Nature Speak Oracle has for us. Thanks very much to the background music of Dawn Ross. I might turn that up a little bit for us. See if we can get a little bit more sound happening here. That's better. Hello everyone, welcome to the Treehive in the Sky. Thank you for co-creating this energetic broadcast spell. I'm a trained Reiki master, and we love to teach about that in the ways of cosmic rainbow energy. Activate, transmute, evolve. Hello everyone, welcome in to a little watercolor playtime on this Wildcard Wednesday, and the Nature Speak Oracle is going to say hello. Dharma, the Reiki Master Cat, is here. We're going to pick 3. We just had Rowan fall out. Let's see what else we have. Hello, please do tell us where you're from, and we'll send a special blast of that Reiki energy to you. There's another one. Meadow. Dharma's right in here with her catness. If she could jump on this little tiny table and be in focus, she would. She is very confident. That one too. Okay. Interesting. Wonderful. Let's see what our little book has to say. We'll do a little bit of reading this evening from our Nature Speak Oracle, and we'll put these up here. Rowan was our first one. Meadow. This is our Fairy Meadow series. Look at that. And our last one is Sage, and that one's Spirit Contact. All right, so Rowan is for control and discern. Meadow is growth and abundance, and Sage is Spirit Contact. Okay, Rowan, where are you? Welcome, everyone. As always, anytime you see me, Melissa Mojo B, or Mojo and Magic, you know that these broadcast spells are charged with the intention for peace, protection, and prosperity for thee and thine loved ones. All right, 113 is the page number for Rowan. I have a friend who named their child Rowan. There's the Rowan berries. This card is calling for control and discernment. As we're just coming through a full blue moon, it has been one of those rare periods to really be able to reflect. And discernment sometimes means letting certain things go so that we can control our energy more wisely, so that we can gather abundance and creativity, because we want to be co-creating. Or the orange color here would be our sacral chakra, and that is about co-creating, passion. It's very much the chakra that is in control of our sexual and sensual senses. And it is where we have our passion. So this is talking about controlling where we put our passion. Oh, Rowan is Griffin's first name. Imagine that. Oh, that's so interesting. I did not know. Yeah, I have another friend who named their child Rowan, and it's a very strong name, with that clarity to be able to co-create with the right people. That was the message that's coming through there. So it's not the discernment is necessary. We don't want to be judging people. No, it's not about judgment. It's about choosing who we bunch up with in order to control the outcome as much as is possible, because we don't really control so much as we flow. But this is talking about we will be able to control the outcomes much better. Or what I like to say is like, point the arrow or point the bow and shoot that arrow, right? Like, it doesn't matter if it lands exactly where we wanted it to, but it is important to discern, to have that intention, and to choose who we spend our time with, etc. So let's see what the book says about Rowan. When Rowan appears, it is a reminder that you have more control over what is happening around you than you may believe. Now is the time to maintain control over emotions, and you will find endeavors greatly protected. A very sacred tree in the Norse tradition, Rowan reminds us that there must be a balance between common sense and superstition, science and magic. To me, science and magic are one and the same. Freedom and discipline, also very, very similar. Freedom and discipline, actually, if you think about it, like, without certain disciplines, we can't have certain freedoms, right? Really interesting. So, knowledge overcomes fear and gives birth to discernment. Yes, at one time, we may not have been able to discern so well, and therefore not draw those beautiful boundaries. A little bit of the tough love with the discernment coming out and talking about us, how we here we need to break free of certain bonds that may have been holding us back, to make moves to end what no longer works, to initiate beginnings in as many areas in our life as possible. That multi-passionate magic, connecting with others, right? This, I really like how this is like communities. I can see it as like little conscious communities popping up as well around this beautiful planet Earth, and initiating those beginnings with the communities that are ready to co-create with us. All right. Shall we do a little bit of painting, and then we'll come back to the meadow? That's what we're going to do. That is exactly what we'll do. We'll come back to the meadow in a little bit. We have 2 jars here because we want one for some clean water, and we want one to be able to get dirty. So since they're both clean right now, it doesn't really matter, but we're going to we're just gonna play. I am no trained artiste by any means, but we're just gonna have some fun by getting, first of all, we're just going to get this quite wet and sort of make a border, an invisible border, because when we're doing this, the paint will not run out of that invisible border. Where the paper is dry, the paint will not go past. So our pencil just went away. I decided not to sketch anything out. As I say, it's just a little playtime. It's just a little color therapy. We could draw nothing in particular, but I thought maybe we would go into our fairy meadow. And then we pulled the fairy meadow, so I guess that's confirmation. It's, he does control and discern, yes. Indeed, he does. Control and discern. All right, and with the cosmic rainbow energy, that's the chakra colors, we look at what that means, and that is in right around our navel area, if we're looking at that chakra, and it helps us with our creativity. So if we are blocked up and we're maybe trying to co-create with people who aren't able to at the moment, we'll just say, and we try to keep pouring into that, we might get blocked up and not have so much creativity. So this is what we would look at as preparing our watercolors. You can just take a little spray bottle and get them activated, just like cosmic rainbow energy. We activate, transmute, and evolve here. So let's say we're just going to start with a nice wash of color here. And we'll start with sort of a light green. Let's try that. We'll pour that in here. See what happens. Ooh. How is everyone in the wizarding world at the moment? Okay, let's sort of blend that. We're gonna make that one our dirty water. Get a little bit darker green to blend that. And it depends on how thick you want to put it on as to how much pigment. And these here are very inexpensive watercolors, so we, like I say, it's more about the playtime, because sometimes as adults we forget how important playtime is. And these colors, as we play with them, they actually support us. Just like a walk in nature supports us with these colors as well. Let's get a deeper green. Dawn Ross is our, I'm not sure that it's all Dawn Ross, but it's a Dawn Ross inspired playlist. Dawn Ross is a Canadian folk music player. I'm going to add a little bit more green to the bottom just because we don't want it to be like entirely yellow. Alright, we're going to come back over this and do some layers. We're going to let it dry. We're going to read more about our meadow, but first we're going to paint the colors of the sky in here as well. And I think we'll go lighter towards the bottom. And we'll get a little bit darker as we approach the cosmos from this Magic Meadow. Maybe time to invest in some more quality paints and brushes, but that's the great thing about playtime. So just about enjoying what we got. The yellows for confidence. Our solar plexus. We saw the sacral chakras here at the navel. Red, most often thought of as for the root chakra. is for the heart. The light blue is the throat. A navy, like indigo, dark blue. Most like this one here. Is for the third eye. And then there's purple. Let that bleed a little bit. Look what I did. That's alright. Look at this. I was kind of wanting to do something to the edges anyway, so I'm going to take this down. You know, I was saying to a friend today that I don't mind coming on and looking a little silly when I do art and stuff, because, as I say, it's mostly about play. But sometimes one might get a little afraid to go and just do something live with really no idea of what we're doing. Other than having fun with colors and knowing that as we paint with these colors that our chakras are getting activated. Maybe we're going to put some little clouds in the sky here. See this? Oh, see how things come together? We're not sure how it's going to go, but we just go with the flow. And this is just a background anyways. We're going to paint a little mushroom on here. I don't know what else we're going to paint on here. What else do you think we should paint? And then it's sort of like, oh, look at how it's fun to remove the paint or move the paint around and just have some fun with it, sweet ones. Yeah, I like this. We can add trees in the background if we wanted. I'm gonna put like that blue across. I'm gonna take, there we go, this, and make a horizon line over here. Like, make a little faux frame here. Okay. Let's go into the meadow. We'll read about the meadow card while we let this just sort of relax for a moment. Oh, goodness me. You know what else I'm going to do? Before I do that, I'm going to play around with these clouds just a little bit more. Oh, Dharma's loving this. She's sending out great vibrations, so am I. Just by spending, actually, I like to think of it as investing time together. Isn't that a much nicer way to think about it? Some clouds just right on the horizon line there. Okay, we're going to come back in, like I said, to that in a while. But in the meantime, let us look into nature's oracle wisdom on the meadow, which we just so happen to pick as our theme for Wildcard Wednesday's Watercolor Playtime. And why don't we draw some of these flowers into our Magic Meadow painting. And as you might see in the background here, we've done a whole Magic Meadow lantern series. And this one's going to just be a little watercolor version, because why not just experiment and play? I don't know much of anything about watercolor, but how do you know about it until you play with it and see what happens? So we're doing that. And it's like, you know how the watercolors curl up? They do that. It's okay. We're just having a little peek into a Magic Meadow. We have our first layer down. We're going to let that relax, and we're going to go ahead and read more about the meadow. Meadow and field. It's was here. 37. Meadow. Growth and abundance. Meadows are fertile, well-nourished landscapes, and you are entering a time in which you also will become more fertile in everything you do. You will be nourished by the world around you, helping you to grow and develop more fully. Meadows are places of renewal. You will soon find a greater sense of balance, growth, abundance, and nourishment. This is an ideal time to renew pursuits once set aside. Open to new possibilities and explore. Now is a time for adventure. Much is now becoming available. You do not have to choose it all, but recognize the choices as a sign of what is possible in the future. And the meadow has a little extra message here, which is, meadows left alone become thickets of tangled growth. If you are not finding an outlet for creative energies, they will become tangled and more difficult to express in time. That's what this was talking about here too, making sure that we are finding an outlet and co-creation with others so that we can have that creative passion, and that we don't become like tangled in things that might be taking from us, right? We want to be in this renewal stage in the meadow, not being tangled up, not being choked out by certain energies that we may have discerned that would be better to do other things from. So it says, break the routine, take an art class, learn something new, look for unique ways of accomplishing tasks, and the creative outlets will open up. So in other words, instead of thinking about maybe what we don't want, or co-creations that did not work out, or whatever we don't want to focus on, it's about focus. It's not hocus pocus. You see, it's focus. So we really want to dive into things that do light us up. And if we're not sure what that is, try, like it says, an art class, looking for other new things to learn, and new ways of accomplishing tasks, and find that those creative sparks are there all along. And it says, on the other hand, even creative people must take a break and find time for renewal. So take up more simple physical activities for a time. This will allow creative juices to percolate and come to life once more. So yeah, things even like we've been playing ping pong lately. That kind of just very soothing somatic movement can very much support that feeling of renewal and the nervous system being regulated, right? Let me know how the music is. If it's too loud, I can turn it down a little bit. We have one more, which will be our final card, and we'll read that after our next layer on the watercolor. Hi, Avery. So yeah, we'll look into Sage and Spirit Contact as our ending card, and we're painting our little fairy meadow watercolor, and these jars here are the fairy meadow lanterns that were simply made from a frosted just a white paint on a little spray of white paint on a mason jar, and then we hand painted these designs on top. And now we're just doing a watercolor version, just for fun. Just for fun. No pressure. It's all growth and abundance. Alright, we're going to come back to Sage in a little bit. Let's see, what shall we put in our Magic Meadow? think we're going to use the fine brush this time. For the overlay, this is, I could use a better brush, but this is what we used to sort of splash it over. And then I use this one to get a little bit more detail in the cloud area. That this is just the background for our fairy meadow. So let's do a butterfly on a mushroom, and we're just gonna start right on in with the mushroom. Let's do our outline first. We could use to prime our colors again with our little handy dandy spray bottle. That just helps. If we're taking everything straight out of the pan, it is. There's a nice fan in here. Can you go? Lovely. If we take it straight out of the pan, which is what we would call this, it's quite concentrated at that point. So might just want to, if we're doing this kind of stuff in the background, you can actually use the top of the pan like this to mix it down with water and get it more transparent before you put it on there. But we're gonna do 2 mushrooms. Let's do a bigger mushroom. It's like big mushroom. Actually, it's saying to do 3 mushrooms. So this one here will be the main one. And a little baby one in here. It's a family. It's a family mushroom. Aren't they cute? Okay, we're definitely gonna put a nice butterfly on the big one, I think. Let's see, in the meantime, let's get some red. Nice and concentrated. I wasn't sure how well that would cover, but it actually has done pretty well, hasn't it? And that's just like 1 time over. Not bad. I think we're just gonna keep everyone's, should we keep everyone's tops the same? Maybe no. Actually, I don't think we are. Okay, we're gonna do different colors for the little mushies. This one wants to be like a deep violet. Ooh, I like how that mixes with the green, don't you? That's pretty sweet. Okay, what about the baby? What about the baby? The baby is gonna be, baby wants to be this color here. Okay. Sometimes you just have to listen. The painting will tell you what it would like. Ooh, tiny little baby. Mushy. And then you can like ask yourself, does this color want to go anywhere else? Like maybe it kind of wants to go in here a little bit. Okay. I'm just gonna water that down a little bit, and we're gonna use that light blue color to sort of shade in our stems a little bit. Oh, that's a bit much. Sorry. Let's kind of like give everyone the same shading. I feel like we're probably gonna go in here and alter that a little bit with something else too, like a gray. That's good for now. And then a little bit up here, this guy could use a little shade. Hello, how are you? What have we got here? Hi, Karen. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Kurt. Sparkle, sparkle, everyone. I'm sending you some special magic energy and intention. Thanks for buzzing on into the tree hive in the sky this evening. I think Mama wants some very yellow. Well, it's gonna be a little green because I didn't quite clean my brush off properly. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna do that actually. Like there's some green left in here from the last time too. I think the last time I was painting in the shadows. I wasn't paying attention too much. Okay, under here, yellow. Does everyone get the same yellow underneath? Yes. And this nice relaxing music, huh? Hopefully you can hear it all right. I can't quite check. Put a little of this yellow here. Because we're kind of going to have our light, it's a bit more light on this corner here. Oh, guess what? I got some pretty exciting news today. Well, I was able to get tickets to go see Paul Simon. It was just one of my all-time favorites at Molson Amphitheater. That is so exciting. Oh, let's see. Oh, sparkle magic. Oh, yeah, right? Honestly, we're all made of sparkles. Last night's live, we had some great cards. It was really, it was like an hour long. We did Tunes, Talk, and Tarot on that one. And we talked about grief, and we talked about heartbreak, and we talked about staying strong and sparkling on. And there was a beautiful card of a fairy like bursting out of the darkness with all this sparkle, and how we can come through some of the hardest, most difficult times and just, wow, shine even brighter, right? And that's kind of what this one's been saying, like from learning the discernment, from gaining control over things that may have been depleting us, tangling us, strangling us, from growing divine discernment and beautiful boundaries, growing, right? That growth is creating abundance. And we're going to remember to put a few of these little purple flowers into our fairy meadow as well. And what do we say? A blue butterfly on the red mushroom. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a little gray for our stems, mushroom stems. Yeah, all of these multi-passionate magic making broadcasts are charged with Reiki, cosmic rainbow energy to activate, transmute, and evolve for the greatest good of all. And a reminder, this particular episode of one of 100 live streams we've been doing pretty much in a row since March. We're going to be finishing up 100 in by the 21st, by the first day of summer. Let's see. Oh, the light shines through. The light shines through. I love Picasso. It's one of my favorites. Actually, there's also a funny story from a walk and talk a few days ago where I talked about this adventure I had with a Picasso-esque artist in Columbus, Ohio when I was 18 years old. The fan is being funny. That's alright, we like that sense of humor. And that artist was, I loved his art. And you know what? He ended up doing music, but I think he pretty much, I don't know that he kept up with his art, which is really too bad. Okay, I think what comes next? It's like there's so much going on. There's so many things that we could do with it. Always shine brighter after the trials. Absolutely. The bounce back. Like they say, when you bounce back even higher, right? Let's get that butterfly happening. Where is that butterfly going to go? Butterfly says, start me with purple, please. Okie dokie. Purple for the crown chakra. That's the one that we hadn't talked about yet. So let's do the body up here, right in the middle of this cloud, or the head, and then the body. Somewhere like, oh, it's like, make me a little bigger, please. You have been heard. It's like legs. So this was going to be a blue butterfly. Let's start with a purple base though, and then we're going to add blue, because that's what it told me to do. this one. There are the beginning layers. Okay, now then. I definitely want to add some grass. Let's go ahead and do that with a little bit of a thicker brush. Oh goodness, I love seeing your comments. It's just a little bit hard. I'm going to stand up for a second, take a stretch, because I got to look rather upwardly. Oh, there is there is that clock ticking in the background. It's a funny thing, right? Because you wouldn't necessarily think that someone who's like as well, you know, non-linear as I am would have all these ticking clocks around, but it could annoy me, but it just reminds me to be mindful and just enjoy what is. And actually, I keep meaning to take them out of the rooms when I'm doing broadcasts, because it seems like it could be very distracting and annoying for some people. But it's nice to see that you say you miss the sound of your cuckoo clock, so that maybe you were enjoying that in the background. Maybe that was meant for you to hear, and that's why I didn't take it out of the room tonight. Thank you for saying you love my drawings always. That's really sweet. It's really about reminding us all just to play, right? So let's think what we would do. Maybe the dark ones first, or the light ones first and then dark. Light ones first and then dark. Right, okay, copy that. If we wanted to, we could probably put some blue into this, but I'm gonna go straight up. Jeez. Dharma's been here because I see a kitty cat here. Okay, this is working pretty good. So we're gonna do this color first, and then we'll add the darker on top of that. Let's go in with a dark. Oh, I am so glad that you like the sound of the clock. That really helps. Thank you for letting me know. It is kind of calming, isn't it? It just depends on how we look at things. Yay, I'm glad you told me that. Thank you for coming in and doing that. Yes, we help each other out, you know? You help me know what works. And then also, like, it saves me having to take that out of the room. I really don't want to have to think about one more thing. You know, I could really use a roadie, someone who wants to engineer the background, but in the meantime, do my best, and it's nice to know that I can simplify. So thank you for that. Okay, I think we're getting close to being done with our grass layer for now. I think we could probably go further with that, but let's just try like a little. just change the texture in the back by adding some little marks. See, like I said, I have no idea what I'm doing. I really don't. But it's fun. And it's fun to be here with you. I feel like this is going to become a river or something over here. And what else? We're talking about putting some trees on the. Yep, that's happening. Okay. All right. So this is now telling me it wants to be water, like a lake. Copy that. Okay. We're at the like shores of a lake here. Okay. Alrighty then. We'll take some more darker water and we'll put that in there then. Sort of like come around this shoreline like so. And then it's gonna like disappear into here. We're going to change with that color in a bit. I'm going to let that part dry. I'm going to go back to the fine brush. And I'm going to start to put some trees in on the horizon. They need a little chunks, I guess they do. So I hear. Over here. Alright, let's get back into the green. Take 2 different colors of green this time, mix them up a little bit. Well, this is a really lovely way to invest a little time, share it with you. Thank you for keeping me company, inspiring me to do these things, because the universe said to me to do 100 live streams in a row, or very nearly so, and just see what would grow, like our Magic Meadow here. And a lot has grown, and we have less than 20 days left, so that means we've done 80 or so live streams, and you just never know what the multi-passionate magic making inspiration might be. But every divine day, there's a reason to play. There's a reason to giggle. there's a reason to share a little bit of who I am with somebody out there who might also enjoy a little company, a little loving vibration, a little energy. Last night we did live music. We pulled some fairy tarot. It was Tunes, Talk, and Tarot Tuesday. I'm taking my sweet time with these little trees. Usually I would rush through it. Can you see? It's coming along. Our trees come in. Now we can start to go back and build up our mushrooms and our butterfly a little bit more. Okay, our butterfly would like a little outline, she says. I feel like going back over the red again with more red. It's saying to me, I want to pop. Watercolors are interesting because they move, right? Like, if you're used to acrylic, once it's dry, but watercolor can, well, acrylic can do the same thing, but watercolors more, it happens quicker. I'm wondering if another color would be better for under our mushrooms than the yellow, and the answer is yes. It would be it would be better if it was kind of a different color. Orange. Ah, from our Rowan. I get it. I hear it. Three little orange dots on the blue one. Butterfly, this says you thought it was going to be a blue butterfly, but I'm a pink and purple butterfly. Oh, yes, okay, I hear you. Okay. The red mushroom's still just having a chat with me, saying, can you please add some of that other kind of red? This is really more like magenta fuchsia. Kind of like it there. Let's go back into the water over here. Our lake. I'm gonna change the color of that to be like a bit different than everything else. Sometimes you just have to take a moment and sort of see what the painting wants us to do. Another thing we can do is come back in with markers and colored pencils after it dries. Let's try this glow paint. I mean, it's not even necessarily that it glows so much, it's very bright. So let's see what adding a little bit of that does. Let's see if we can add this color. Oh, goodness me, how did that happen? Good thing I have my handy dandy little, don't I though? Yes, I do. Oops. A see, you need to, when you put black in the brush, it really turns it out. And also maybe do a little of that, especially when you want to come into a bright color. It's almost time for me to settle down pretty soon and go to sleep, but ooh, that's pretty fun. Well, now that does brighten things up a little bit, doesn't it? Makes me want to do, oh yeah, other things, right? Like, first of all, rinse this out. Then what? I know what it was. It was going to be the flowers are meadow flowers. And we're going to use this really super bright purple over here for that one. Look at this. I kind of think they look like little hearts a little bit. You look up close. So I'm going to go with that sort of shape. And you need to bolt them down after you make the watercolors so that they'll stay. less wonky. You straighten them out, you know. I'm good at straightening things out. How about you? Might be like kind of quiet tonight, but that's okay. I am kind of quiet tonight, actually. It's a quiet practice. The energy doesn't need talk in order to work. The intention has been set. The Reiki is being sent. And we're having some fun. I am, that's for sure. And like I said, thank you for keeping me company. Some energetic reciprocity. I send to you and you send to me. We co-create in unity. Our little flowers are looking pretty good. Okay, so let's try something. I'm going to do one more layer of red on our top mushroom. I'm going to try and do as heavy of a concentrate as we can. Oh, I'm so glad you like this serene energy. And like I say, I'm just so grateful that you can co-create it with me, because it's just not the same when we do things alone. And so as we talk about, you know, not doing things alone and how important it is to be in unity. There's, look, you can see a little bit wet, so we're gonna let that dry, and we will take our sage card and look into what it says about spirit contact here with the Nature Speak Oracle. And a reminder to all of us to drink a little water, and I'm gonna sprinkle a little magic. We are together, yes, indeed. Sparkling some magic by saying thank you, thank you, thank you, and I love you, I love you, I love you to our water, or whatever you're drinking at the moment. Water, of course, being very life itself. Okay, right, we're reading about spirit. We're reading about spirit from Sage. Let's see. Sage. Ooh, 77. There's a good number. Vroom, vroom outside. Saying yes. So we've talked about control and discernment, and how learning that through hard times and darkness can really help us grow into the abundance of this light-filled cosmic rainbow abundant meadow, this magic meadow that we just so happen to be painting in all of these things and that we happen to pull out. You have extra love for the medium-sized mushroom? I actually do too. The coloring is it worked out really well. The purple and the green are very complementary. I think like we're gonna fix up that red one. It's not done yet. It's gonna have another layer. I think it's gonna have a super bright yellow. And if not, then it might be white, but I think we're gonna try the yellow and see what happens. Thank you. Oh, kitty. Kitty, she slips around on my lap and then she gives me a little dig. So sage is a hardy plant, strengthening on physical and spiritual levels. So we've talked, right, about how control and discernment from the past and difficult times has brought us growth and abundance, and now it's talking about strengthening on those physical and spiritual levels. This one was talking about how we're going to become nourished now. This is a new time through this difficult, tangled up, stagnant, sort of suffocating, strangling, tangled energy. We've come through, we've created space, we've cleared what we need to in order to have growth and abundance, and now we are getting stronger and more focused than we have felt in some time. Does anyone else feel that as well? I definitely am feeling there's a massive bounce back happening right now, as we were saying earlier. So June is also like that. It's June for joy. Things really start to, the roses grow, right? Kitty energy is always A+. Absolutely. We have some black cat magic up in here with Dharma, the Reiki master cat, because when I was training to do my master level teacher's certificate, I attuned that cat 100 times. And my teacher had told me that she had done it with her animals, so Dharma is well attuned, as they naturally are anyway. She didn't need my help, but massive awakening. You're feeling it too, right? Yes, Karen. Okay. Do not ignore the phenomena as you begin to experience these spirits that are drawing closer more tangibly now. Your mediumistic abilities are growing stronger. I often talk about the ability that we all have to actually tap into all of what has ever been or whatever will be. That's part of our shape-shifting abilities. Like, we can also shift into different animals. Like, we can be wise like an owl. We can be quiet like a mouse and practice quiet mind. We have the ability to feel into so very much, and these abilities and this knowledge is growing stronger in you right now. There is a lot of spiritual inspiration around you right now. Open to the spirit realm, and you will find your own spirit shining more brightly in all you do. Yeah, okay, so we're going to read the deeper, there's like a little bit of a deeper dive here. It's talking about there needing to be a balance between the physical and spiritual. And if we actually talk about the tree of life, which is, it's in the Kabbalah, it's just a really hermetic kind of knowledge. And that is that we want to walk the middle path. The Buddhists also talk about that. Not being too much into the spiritual and not being too much into the physical to find a balance. It's saying there's maybe been times when we've been closed off from the spirit world, or we are over dependent on it. So it's important not to be too focused on things material and then have ourselves closed off from the spirit world. And then therefore expression of our own spirit, right? That would limit our influence and what we're able to accomplish as far as our dharma, like our kitty cat is named our life purpose. So if we're focused solely on the material, the money, the friends, the look, the style, the keeping up with the Joneses, we're not going to really able to be authentic and step into our true power, our true meaning, and our true ability to co-create, which is the greatest gift to the creator, is to co-create, is to have unity and be authentic so that the world can feel our own individual unique imprint, that this energetic imprint is only from you, and only you can give to the world your particular dharma or your particular life purpose. It also says, or we could be depending too much on spirit, or we could have in the past not taking any actions of our own, finding ourselves consulting spirit or asking for signs or trusting signs on everything we do. Spirit cannot do for us, cannot learn for us. If we wish to grow and learn, we must find a balance between spirit guidance and spirit dependence. So when we ask externally, Spirit, can you do this for me? It's about us being in our creator spirit as well. So yes, we can ask for all of the natural world and the universe and God, if you want to call it God, to support us, but it's so important that we also do the physical work ourselves, because without aligned action, the align and flow doesn't work on its own. We have to take that action step. So that's the message from spirit this evening, and from nature spirit. Okay, let's get into these. We're gonna pump up our yellow mushroom here. Oh, I did it again. That purple is quite, it's stuck in there a little bit, didn't it? Well, maybe I'm supposed to use that. No. Yeah, okay, I see. Before I get rid of that, I'm supposed to put some little bits in here. Okay, let's get this. I want nice pure yellow for this. Try to get this as concentrated as I can for some nice spots here. I'm going to take a little bit of that bright yellow and we're going to add it up into here. Maybe like this one is coming in from this direction. And I'm just going to gently add a little sunshine. this has been a very therapeutic session, I must say, very grateful to share this moment in time. Peaceful, aligned. A simple action is as important as any, right? Something like just sitting down and creating a little something magical. All right, let's see if we can get our eyes in here for our little friend. Ooh, we did get little eyes in there. Well, that was impressive. Do you think we can make a little tiny pink mouth, or should we just leave it? There, I mean, this has been a nice little session. I think leave it too. Oh, I'm so glad, Karen. Thank you so much. Let's do it again soon. I'm probably going to add a few more details into this, maybe with some, either I might go back over the outlines and bring some more of the sun down into the sky and light up the clouds a little bit and stuff. But I think for tonight, it's just perfect. And thanks for your advice to leave it. It's just little tiny eyes. A teensy pink mouth? What do you think? A teensy pink mouth? What do you think? Yay or nay? I think we can do it. Let's do it. That'll be our final touch. Let's do it. We got this super duper pink in here. Which one? We haven't tried this one. Ooh, she gets that one for her lipstick. Maybe we can do like the tiniest little heart. I'm gonna do my best. Let's see how tiny of a heart I can make. I did it. Yay, Karen. We did it. Hee hee hee. Oh, well, that's so fun. If you keep it teensy, it's it wasn't quite as teensy as I might like, but I can go back over that with a black pen later. It's like it's actually pretty good. Like, it's not bleeding into the rest. But I think I'll do like a little detailing, like I say, tomorrow. So, well, thank you so much for sharing the magic, and let's do it again soon. It is a happy little mouth, isn't it, too? It literally has a heart shape. Its intention was a heart shape, kind of like our little heart-shaped flowers. It's not like a perfect heart shape, but it's just like the real heart. Perfectly shaped. For the rhythm and the frequency that we need. All right. I love you so much. Thank you for coming. Thank you for magnifying the magic with me. And we will see you again soon. I love it, and I love you. Thank you so much. Special blast of that cosmic rainbow energy to you. Yes, yes, yes. Love always and evermore. We can never be less. We're always equal to and evolving. Stay strong and sparkle on, sweet ones. See you soon. Good night.